Greetings gamers, it's Eurogamer's YouTube editor Ian Higton here, and I'm sorry I'm whispering, but there's something lurking in the corner of the room. It's something big, ugly and grotesque. It's stalking the shadows, sizing up its prey, and everybody's in fear of the damage it's done, and yet no one's willing to call its name. Yep, you guessed it, it's the Aliens license. Alien Isolation, an all-new spin on the 20th Century Fox license that Sega snapped up a few years ago, is perhaps the boldest take on the series to date. Creative Assembly, the UK studio more famous for its tactical Total War series, has put its console team to work on a survival horror game that really earns the tag. It's a struggle for survival, and one that's punctuated with the kind of stark, dry horror that helped earn the franchise its reputation after Ridley Scott's chilling 1979 original. The problem is that horror's been absent from the series for some time. It was bled out of the risible Alien Resurrection, and in the laughable if entertaining Aliens vs Predator films, the Xenomorph had suffered the fate of its contemporaries Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees. A once great horror icon had been reduced to a pantomime villain. The bar was set low, so in many ways it's commendable that Gearbox Studios, or at least a team working in service of that name, managed to limbo so spectacularly under it with Aliens Colonial Marines. You probably don't need to be reminded, but it was a shocker. Limp, directionless, and with the cold thrills of the original films replaced with lumpy leaden gun combat. Alien Isolation, it seems, is in direct opposition to all that. Whereas Colonial Marines tried to capture the gung-ho spirit of James Cameron's 1986 action flick, Creative Assembly's rewinding to the 1979 original for Isolation, and it's trying to capture some of the chilling atmosphere and tension of that film. You play as Ellen Ripley's daughter Amanda, chasing down the nature of your mother's disappearance and on the trail of a black box recorder jettisoned from the Nostromo. The fiction feels right, and so does the execution. The spaceship you trawl through is a vision of the future plucked from the late 70s. The set design bustling with VHS quality displays and tech that's dated well before its time. Shit. Fox Studios helped with that too, giving the Creative Assembly access to assets from the original films. As Colonial Marines proved though, the right assets in the right place doesn't make for a great game, and no matter how authentic your pulse rifle sounds, it stands for nothing when the design is so miserable. So it's heartening to see that the Creative Assembly's going about capturing the spirit of the original in a smart way, leaning on recent horror games like Slender to achieve the horror and scares of the 1979 film. There's only one alien stalking the ship, and it's powered by some smart AI that adapts to your behaviour. You've got to navigate the corridors and rooms, completing tasks and solving puzzles, all while being hunted down by the Xenomorph. Combat's fleeting, and avoidance is the best way forward, meaning there'll be several occasions where you have to cower in a corner, holding down the left trigger to hold your breath and make as little sound as possible. It's brilliantly tense, and the fears sustained over the 30-minute section we were able to play, but can Creative Assembly do enough to spread it out over the length of a full game? We'll have to wait and see, but for now it looks like it's done enough to slay the memory of the tawdry Colonial Marines. If you want to find out loads more about Alien Isolation, you can read a full preview over on Eurogamer.net right now. A link to the article will be in the video description below. But before you rush over to read that, please do click on the on-screen annotation to subscribe to Eurogamer. We'll be featuring plenty more Alien Isolation gameplay in the coming months, plus loads more exclusive content which you really won't want to miss. So go on, click it quickly, before the alien bites your face off. Oh, too late.